All right, well, I'm here with Tom Gray, president of the Virginia Truckee Railroad Company, and we're going to talk about the railroad today. I think we're going to start with a recent acquisition here. So go ahead, Tom, take it away.
Sure, this is October 30th of 2023. We've been here for 50 years now. This is the newest car we have online now, the 105. We named it, named it the Mound House after the town of Mound House that the railroad goes through. That's what interconnected with the Carson, Colorado narrow gauge railroad at Mound House. The Virginia Truckee connected that back there. It's about 80 feet long. We use this for Polar Express this year. It's got upgrade. It was built for the CB&Q Railroad, about 1920, 22, something like that. We can step inside and see how the seats are arranged nowadays. We're still working on it, setting it up for the Polar Express event, but it's got the rotocline seats, the modern airliner style seats that were built in the 50s. They took out the old Hale and Kilborn walkover seats, installed these. Has steam heat, the larger windows. We have another coach, our Virginia City car has the same kind of lights. And the clear stories have all been filled in, but recently those were all illuminated. And they put air conditioning in though they use that space for the early air conditioning in these coaches.
Huh.
And so it's a pretty nice car. But it does look like an airliner from the 50s.
It kind of does. These are walkover seats?
Walkover seats.
Cool.
Actually, they spin, they're rotocline, so they spin around instead of walk over like the old Hale and Kilborn do.
Oh, gotcha. So you
steam heat registers.
Oh, right. Oh, there's steam heat right there.
The early linoleum.
Is that functional or?
No, not now.
Okay.
We use a diesel locomotive to pull these during Polar Express. So.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, so you mean that it would actually take steam from the locomotive and run it through there? Wow, I never heard of that.
Yeah, the Delaware Lackawanna coaches, the Booten coaches that we have built in 1914 do the same thing.
Huh, that's pretty amazing.
We put wood stoves in them now, so works pretty good.
So you've been around here, you said 50 years. So you got trains that run daily? What all kind of trains do you have?
We run every day in the summer months from Memorial Day weekend to the end of October, and then in October we do a lot of special trains, the Pumpkin Express trains, and those are really popular. And then the Halloween trains sell out. We do those right now this time of year. And then we close down for a few weeks, fix everything, and wash the boilers on the locomotives and do some repairs. And then we set up for our Christmas trains. We do a daytime Candy Cane Express train that's really fun up here. People love it, and they all these sell out. And then we developed it right during the middle of COVID. We developed the train of lights up here with the steam train. So that's pretty spectacular. We actually light the steam that comes up out of the smokestack. That's the exhaust from the engine cylinders, and it's we make it comes out different colors, so it's pretty nice. And then also we do the Polar Express event down in Carson City, and that starts just before Thanksgiving and runs out just before Christmas. They're a lot of fun. So we have a lot of fun events up here. Besides our murder mysteries we started this year.
Yeah, the murder mysteries are pretty well received, I think.
Yeah, you get a couple cocktails and solve a whodunit, and yeah, we have different topics. They actually write a new theme for every one that we do. We did a Marilyn Monroe one and Julia Blatt one, and Valentine's Day was a lot of fun. They have gangsters come on board and they shoot a marshmallow machine gun. So it's pretty fun. It's a nice place to take your date.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Hey, so now everybody wants to know about the Reno, of course. So what's the latest on that? Do we have a couple things to look at here? Maybe some footings or something?
Well, we built this shop building about 1972, our two-stall engine house, and we're actually building a little addition for our diesel locomotives, and it gives us a place in the wintertime to work on stuff. And the Reno tender is the first thing that we're going to work on there.
Oh, nice.
We've done some work to it, but I need to finish up the woodwork on the frame, so I can do that this winter under cover, and then we'll actually use that for a photo shoot in February, Laro photo shoot. So we won't steam it up, of course, but we'll tow it around and put it in different locations and that the photographers can get nice shots of. So once we get that tender rebuilt, at least the tender frame, that's the goal right now. And then the engine's easier to pull around, and we can lease it out to some movie companies right away, just to try to generate income to rebuild the Reno, build a nice structure for it. We have a nice building plan for it, with a nice big movie timeline or Comstock timeline in there with the movie industry. So that'll be nice. On the Reno, a couple things we've done. The builder's plates was kind of a conundrum. The original builder's plates from 1872 One of them might be a Smithsonian, but they put the numbers back on it. I know that the railroad chiseled off the original dates at one time, but the set of plates that we got that were attached to the Reno when we got it from old Tucson, we have pictures of them on the locomotive in the 1890s,
Wow.
just before 1900. So we don't know when the first plates were traded out. Baldwin would make plates for people, you know, that was just a special order you could get. So I don't know on the original plates, the 1872 plates, on that history. And then also Darrell has been trying to identify the actual font for the cab lettering for the Reno. He has a Carlton Watkins photograph from 1876.
Oh, wow.
And he actually made some brass cutouts and put them on the side of the cab of the Reno now and try to get the same perspective that Carlton Watkins took his original photo to see if the font was correct. And it's pretty darn close. He's going to make some changes. The locomotive Camden has some fonts that are very similar. So couple little things we've been doing on it, time consuming but kind of fun at the same time. And then we're also making some fake, you know, just some display like the Oilers. So when the engine's on display, it has a little bit more shine to it because we take all the brass and hardware off when we have it at the depot.
Well, that's pretty cool. Now, of course, and I know it's something of a trade secret, but people all want to know, you know, what's the condition of the boiler? What are your plans? I mean, obviously, it's a long-term project. But is there anything you could say about the condition of the locomotive?
You know, I really don't know. All I have done is go inside the firebox and clean out all the debris and the old coal pieces from the movie. You know, it looked pretty sound to me, but without any testing. It's an old boiler too, so it's a very old boiler, and there are different ideas. It would be nice to get at least the engineering work done for a new modern replacement boiler if the engine was going to be used. For sure, that would be a high priority job. You know, it's just one thing at a time. The building's first. The building's the most important thing we can do for the Reno. It's got a good home, I think, up here in Virginia City.
Oh, yeah.
It used to run right there at that depot, pull the Lightning Express out of there for many, many years. And then with my dad's connection, you know, riding it behind it on pretty much the last trip to Virginia City before the rails were torn up between Carson City and Virginia City, and then buying it on his 100th birthday to the day. That was pretty special.
That's amazing.
That was pretty special. And then, you know, there's still all the other equipment there from old Tucson to deal with, but one thing at a time.
Oh, cool. Well, I appreciate your taking the time. I know you're really busy, and so we all appreciate your giving us this update. And maybe we could just take a quick look at the location, the new shed, and get a shot there, and we'll wrap it up.
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. So right out here is our newest diesel locomotive, the D5, the 1059. We purchased this from the Fillmore Western Railroad when they closed up, and they did a lot of movies with it. Back to the Future, Fear Factor, you know, a lot of good films. And they did over 500 TV shows and films down there, the Wilkersons did.
Wow.
And so this is an Alco S6. It's got the 251 engine in it. That's pretty much part supported. I think the Coast Guard uses those engines in some of their boats. And so this is our big solid backup diesel besides the D4, which is a SW1200 rebuilt by the Burlington Northern in about 2000. And so we're happy to have this, and we're on the process of building a big catalog to showcase, you know, why would you want to film in Nevada? Why do you want to film here? It's because we have all these steam engines that we operate safely and successfully. We got a little small fleet of diesel locomotives, a bunch of passenger cars, but, you know, in Nevada, they give great film credits. The Nevada Film Office does, and then also this is a rural area, so it's another 5% for the movie industry. There's 5 direct flights every day from LAX to Reno, so you can hop on a flight and get here, inspect it, and go back the same day. And Nevada's got some incredible scenery. We've got Virginia City, the state capital of Carson, Reno, Fallon Naval Air Station. We got scenery with just unmarred sight lines. You know, we can see forever, and we got great weather up here, good filming weather, and a lot of neat stuff to shoot. The wild horses are here every day, and, you know, we have, it's kind of unspoiled. Did you lay them out yet? Yeah, if you guys want to start that, you bet. Okay, all right, thank you. Bye.
just amazing how much film history you have up here. I mean, just this locomotive, but the Reno. I mean,
Do you know what this history is?
no, this is the Jersey Lil, right?
here, let's
Well,
go.
it was in the Life and Times of Judge Roy Bean, right?
Yeah, John Huston was a director.
Okay.
And then they also filmed the Red Badge of Courage.
Oh, no kidding.
John Huston was a director on that in the late 50s with Audie Murphy.
Wow.
Congressional Medal of Honor winner, from World War II. Very famous man. And so they filmed that also on this car.
Wow.
The Apache Railroad acquired this car and they named it the Alchessi. And that was a famous Apache scout in the Civil War. And I believe he got the Congressional Medal of Honor also.
Wow.
When they started giving them out. But they named that, and they, so that was quite a bit of history with that car. Originally a Missouri, Kansas, and Texas car from about 1920.
Wow. When was Life and Time of Judge Roy Bean? 70s?
Boy, you got me.
I think
Paul
it was
Newman,
71 or something.
Victoria Principal, Ava.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, Ava Gardner. We could look on the poster.
Oh, that's true, yeah. So I think we can still hear you. What is this all about?
We're building a diesel annex to the steam shop here. This will really help us out to keep the engines hot during the wintertime trains, and also give us a place to work on equipment during the wintertime. The first thing in the back end is going to be the Reno's tender, so we can do the woodwork for that and get that reset in place so we can use it. I could take you inside and show you the 100.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Actually,
Yeah,
the new
fantastic.
VT 30.
Yeah, the VNT 30. When's the official rename going to happen?
Well, it's hard for me to change. We could still call the 29 the 680,
Do you? Right on.
but so we just riveted the sides in here.
So it's the 100.
So this is the 100. It's a 1926 282 Baldwin built locomotive, built for the Charles McCormick Lumber Company up in Washington, Oregon. And they used it for quite a while. They ended up selling it to the Polson Lumber Company. Gosh darn, no. Pope and Talbot Lumber Company. They left at the 100, and then it went to the Santa Maria Valley Railroad as the 100, and they took a lot of care of it. They had it named the 100. We just riveted in the new floor. We just set these new 7/16 rivets. So we're rebuilding it slowly, but we have the two of the drivers out to get the wheels reprofiled, and we've rebuilt all the spring rigging up to that point. So we're hoping to get it running next year. It's not critical, but we're giving it a good shot. We did a UT on the boiler. Looks really good. It's got all the flexible stay bolts in the right spots, nice thick sheets, so that's good. And then what else? Oh, the tender's still here. It's a Vanderbilt style tender. It's a later one. This also went to the Heber Valley Railroad.
Right.
And the Deer Creek Scenic Railroad. So they named it the 100, but we'll rename this the VNT 30, so it'll fit in with all of our locomotives.
Yeah, Heber Valley is an interesting story. They had quite a collection at one point.
They did. Reed Hatch and a lot of good people out there at one time. They still are.
Yeah.
Great people now.
Yeah, they're like 45 minutes from where I live.
Okay, yeah, they're doing an amazing job. Mike Manueller, he's their CMO. I remember when Craig Lacey was there. I don't know who's managing it right now, but yeah, very talented people.
Well, you landed this though. So what do you think? You think maybe next season on this?
I think of next year. That's our goal.
Nice.
If we have a movie to do with the 29, we might have to take that apart and do that real quick. But we'll see. We'll see what unfolds. But yeah, this is a big deal.
Yeah,
this
is
a
amazing.
lifetime purchase. So you can see what we built, all the pins and the bushings on this, and it's got a nice trailing truck. So these are where this is the frame. You can see we take apart the frame binders, and then that's where the driving boxes and the rear and the main drivers go.
What fits in there? The transmission? No, just kidding.
Well, yeah, there's two more wheel sets that go in here. And all the rods are off, of course, and all the brake rigging. But we've repinned it, and it's ready to put back together. So I think as soon as we put these in, we'll drop these other two. And we're fortunate to have a drop pit right here. And then it's got Walshart's valve gear. it's all apart right now. We haven't cleaned it up yet, but ready to go. Even the cylinders look really good. Just taking them apart and just a cursory examination. And then we have the front end all opened up. We pulled all the tubes out and started to clean everything. And so the nozzle, we had a new exhaust nozzle cast up for this. It was eroded away.
Oh, wow. What's the exhaust nozzle? The big pipe
that's where the steam exhausts from each cylinder.
Oh, comes up in there.
It directs the steam up through the smokestack and creates a better suction, so you get more air, you use more steam, more combustion air. And then Lodi Ironworks cast those up. We cast 3 of them up because my friends have 2 locomotives that need exhaust nozzles too.
Oh, nice. That's handy when you can get a 2 for or 3 for.
I can't remember his name offhand, but a gentleman up in Washington gave us the pattern for that, so that was pretty good.
Ah. Well, cool. What else do you want to look at here? Anything?
Oh, that's it.
All right. Well, thanks, Tom. Say goodbye to your fans.
Oh, thank you so much for being involved with us.
All right. Thanks.
Means a lot. Means a lot.
Thank you.